Let's move on to the next part of logarithms, which is solving log equations. To solve log equations, I can use two ways. The first way is the law for the same base. So it states that if I have two log forms equivalent to each other, so I have this log here, I have another log here, they have the same base, okay, different values here, it means that my m is equals to n. Let's look at the question. So solve log base 3, x plus 3 equals to log base 3, x plus log base 3, x minus 1. So I have all logs with the same bases here, so I can make use of the law for the same base. Okay, so I'll write this down first. Okay, on the right hand side, I have log base 3x plus log base 3, x minus 1. Which is good because they have the same base, right? So I can make use of the product law. So a recap to the product law, log base a xy, this is the product, equals to log base a, same base, x plus log base a y. So I can actually simplify x and y in this manner in a product. So log base 3, put them together, I have x multiplied by x minus 1. Okay, now my left hand side and my right hand side have the same log, same base, so I can get rid of them. I'll be left with x plus 3 equals to x times x minus 1. Expanding this out, x plus 3 equals to x squared minus x. I'll put them together on one side, so x squared minus x minus 3 equals to 0. Simplifying this, x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. I have to factorize this. So x to give me x squared. 3 can be factorized to 1 and 3. Okay, I'm going to put the minus sign at 3 and the plus sign at 1 so that it can give me negative 2x here. So my x is equals to negative 1 or my x is equals to 3. I have two answers here, so I have to be careful. So I need to see if I need to reject any answer, which happens to be x equals to negative 1. Why? Because if I put x equals to negative 1 into here, so my log base 3x will be log base 3 negative 1, which is undefined. Because I cannot log a negative number. So I have to reject negative 1. Okay, I'm running out of space here. Bear with me. Okay, so my final answer will be x equals to 3. So now let's look at the second law, change of base law. So the change of base law is to change my base, right? So when do I need to change my base? Let's look at the question. Solve log base 3x minus log base x 3 to the power of 6 equals to 1. So in this question, you'll notice that they have two different bases. So this tells me that I have to use the change of base law. So I will keep the one with the number. Okay, I will change the base x. And what number should I change to? Let me look at what I have. So 3 to the power x will be in the numerator and x will be in the denominator. So my base, I will choose 3 because if I have 3 here and if I have 3 here, okay, log base 3 will give me 1. So it will simplify my equation further. Okay, so let's simplify this. Log base 3 will be 1, but before that, let's use the power law first. I'll bring forward my 6. Okay, my log base 3 over log base 3 x equals to 1. Okay, so log base 3 x minus 6 this is 1 over log base 3 x equals to 1. I have log base 3x here. I have log base 3x here in the denominator. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let y equals to log base 3x. So then my equation will become y minus 6 over y equals to 1. Which will make things look a bit cleaner. And then we will replace the y with log base 3x later on. So then to get rid of this fraction here, I'll multiply each term here with y. So multiplying by y, I have y squared minus 6 equals to y. Okay, looks like we have a quadratic equation here. So I'll put them all to one side. Y squared minus y minus 6 is equals to 0. Factorizing this. Okay, I have my y and y here to make it y squared. Okay, so the last number is 6, so I can either do 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. I'm going to choose 2 times 3 because my y here is negative 1. So by adding or subtracting 3 and 2, it will give me 1. Okay, I will put my minus sign at my 3 and my plus sign at 2 so that it gives me negative 1. Okay, so I'm going through this very fast because this belongs to another chapter, the quadratic equation chapter. So y equals to negative 2 or y equals to 3. Then I'll bring back my log base 3 x, which is equals to negative 2. Okay, I'm replacing the y with log base 3x. Okay, same thing here. Okay, so how do we solve this? We have to change this to the index form. So let's just do a little recap. This is my base and the number on the outside is my kite, right? This is my base. The number on the outside is the kite. So putting it to index form, my base at the bottom, my kite at the top equals to x. My base at the bottom, my kite at the top, which is equals to x. So my x is equals to 1 over 3 square, which is equals to 1 over 9. Or my x is equals to 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. Okay, so let's look at another question. Solve the simultaneous equations ln 3x minus y equals to ln 36 minus ln 9. So that is the first equation. And e to the power of x square over e to the power of y is equals to e to the power of 1. So this is the second equation. So I'm going to simplify the first equation first. Let's look at this here. Okay, they have the same log, same base, because ln is log base e, right? Okay, so this one looks like we can make use of the quotient law. A quick recap, which is log base a x over y is equals to log base a x minus log base a y. Okay, so to put them together, I will have ln 36 over 9. Okay, so since the both of them is the same log, same base, that means my 3x minus y is equals to 36 over 9, which is 3x minus y equals to 4. Okay, now let's look at the second equation. Second equation, I have ex in bracket square over ey. So I'm going to simplify that. So e 2x over ey equals to e to the power 1. Okay, so this is in the indices chapter. So if I have am over an is the same as am minus n in the index. So this is e2x minus y. So in a quotient, I minus the powers, or I minus the indexes, equals to e1. So since they have the same base, 2x minus y will be equals to 1. Okay, and this is 3, this is 4. Okay, so I'm going to use y here, 3x minus 4. Okay, I'm going to sub it into my equation 4. So I have 2x minus 3x minus 4 is equals to 1. Okay, and then when I simplify this, 2x minus 3x plus 4 equals to 1. My x will be equals to 3. And this tells me that my y will be equals to, if I sub in here, okay, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 minus 4 is 5.